Definitely not the big chunk.
I think Matumba's just got that, you know, he's got that swag. He's a sea captain. He's an admiral, dude. He's basically IRL Kunkka.
Admiral.
He actually went to captain school.
Yeah, but he's not an admiral.
Wow.
He doesn't.
In Dota, he plays Kunkka. Admiral Matumba.
When was the last time you saw him play Kunkka?
Shut up, Shane. I'm sick of your knowledge bombs. All right, anyway. So, we got a draft. Thank goodness. I feel like we've learned so much about each other. I'm a little sad that that time has to come to an end.
I'm not.
So, first pick out here is going to be Outworld Devourer, followed up by 2 of our favorite heroes, Shane.
Shadow Demon is banned. Kunkka's still in the pool.
What do you make of this, Shane?
Nyx Assassin, the direct counter to OD, and Disruptor. Alliance picked it first in the first game of the first series. Kind of a comfort pick for Hanskin.
Yep.
I think I've seen him play it like a trillion times, even in the NIP days. But the Nyx Assassin it kind of destroys OD. We saw them play it in, I believe, the very first game we watched them play.
Yeah.
Loda played the Lifestealer and they just destroyed. They walked all over.
Escape Gaming.
Escape Gaming, yeah. Who we thought at the time were the
The classic evil combo. He's not dead yet. We got Omni Knight.
It was indeed a safe lane. Nyx Assassin by Jonas on 5.
Nobody cares.
Everyone in this game, like all the pro players, are saying to themselves, like, "Are we just playing a pub?"
Yeah.
It
looks like a pub.
It really does.
Although I will say, I do love the fight between Omni and Disruptor. They can kind of counter each other.
Yeah.
It's all about who gets the drop on who's the better player of what. So it's going to be a pretty rough game for Omni Knight. I'm going to be real with you. I mean,
if he's positioned well, like it's kind of harder now because of the nerf.
Right, because of the nerf. And I think we're going to be seeing the impact of that nerf maybe in this game. I mean, it's going to be so much easier.
Like the repel is still so strong. Right?
Of course.
So if he's positioned well, he can always save people from glimpse with the repel.
Yep. Free PKB.
A lot on. I guess Bulbo play this hero. He's usually the defensive support.
You know what I would like to see, guys? Is that if you notice, most of the items in the game are hero skills transferred into items, like Shadow Blade, stuff like that. I would love to see a mana burn like Nyx has in an item.
Diffusal Blade.
Yeah.
No, but it hurts them based on their intelligence. It's kind of like a magical Dagon.
Like a percentage.
Yeah, like a percentage of intelligence Dagon.
Like okay.
You could call it the support sucker.
The support sucker.
Karglar. Just throwing some magical shit in there.
The support sucker.
Of Karglar.
Pretty good, huh?
Right, the ban Terrorblade. Just gonna move on.
Don't worry.
Hey,
I'll shut everything down.
All right, and Faceless Void. There's Bulby. Look at that sweet Bulba. Sitting there, look at that happy face. He sure is excited for this game.
Team Liquid actually ban out 2 Diffusal Blade buyers, Juggernaut and Terrorblade.
Juggernaut and Terrorblade.
Yeah, like you just don't want the natural Diffusal Blade buyers against Omni Knight, right? You don't want someone who can buy it like first item.
Yeah, right.
So there's a few that I've seen recently. Like the Slark is okay.
Yep.
You want to buy a Diffusal and Slark, it doesn't hurt you too bad. You know what I mean?
But
it's still not great, right?
Yeah.
I think one that I've seen that I think is kind of outside the box is Weaver, actually.
Weaver Diffusal?
Yeah. People buying Diffusal on Weaver. It's
got a double use. You get dusted, you can
good.
take it off, but
it gives you some decent stats. You do a lot of right click damage.
Whatever happened to Ricky? Everybody used to play Ricky, natural Diffusal Blade carrier.
You play it as a support. But like Omni OD are just gonna walk at you, right?
Isn't it secret that has been playing Bounty Hunter again? Who can also say maybe Ricky's gonna come back? Bounty Hunter, Ricky at some point was used by Adfinum as a Bounty Hunter replacement. So I'm thinking like if Bounty Hunter's coming back, maybe Ricky's gonna come back too.
The problem though, when you play against, like, okay, you could disrupt the lane, you could try and slow down the OD or slow down the Omni Knight, and try and buy some time for you to be able to farm up. But like it's kind of hard with a Ricky if they just center up the mid lane, they rotate the Omni. Like it's difficult.
Yeah.
You want to just win the other lanes, like really hard.
I think that's one reason pros started using Omni Knight was that a lot of natural Diffusal Blade makers, Spectre, PL,
what happened to PL? He's dead.
Ricky, these guys all fell out of pro Dota play, and I mean back in the day, Omni had no place because those were all very used heroes for a really long time. Now that they've fallen out, he fits that niche. Do I say that right? Everyone says I play that
niche.
That niche?
Niche.
Niche is American.
The niche assassin.
Yeah, niche is.
Niche.
Okay, so when they pick up Ogre as well,
Yeah.
it allows them to pick all these heroes like Slark and AM, like heroes that early game usually are kind of ass.
Mm-hmm.
They need a bit of time. They need like 10, 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But Ogre just buffs them up enough to be able to fight early. And it's a really good hero against this, I think. It allows you to pick so many more carries that can fight more aggressive early. Is the Lifestealer still in? I think the Lifestealer could be good.
Oh no, a Lifestealer against Omni Knight is horrible, isn't it?
You'd think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Guardian Angel completely counters him. He only has a burst time when he can do that, and that's Omni Knight's strength, is to have a make you fight at that exact moment. You pop Guardian Angel, and then they have to commit. He's poor against heroes like PA that can go in and then go out.
That presumes that the Omni Knight is positioned well, and there's no Nyx Assassin behind him. You know, you're not getting the jump on him.
Good point, good point. I'm not going to go toe-to-toe to no analyst, I'll tell you that. So you're probably right. I mean, you know more than me, Shane. I'm not going to argue with you, dude. You're right.
No, you're the Omni Knight player. Let's be real.
I mean, I am amazing. But on this one, I'm going to let you have it here. So what would really mess up Team Liquid here?
They still need that Diffusal Blade carrier.
Oh.
Shadow Fiend?
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm super confused.
I mean,
now.
they saw it from Imperial. They won against it,
Yeah,
though.
a lot of people have been picking it mid. Against OD, it's like pretty okay if you get if you get the first creep wave. You can kind of go toe-to-toe with OD. You have good range, so you can stay back from the Imprison. It's good, but... I'm not so sold. They picked it last time with Lifestealer as well. They allowed Limp to farm mid and to stop the supports. Oh, they counter-picked it. All right.
Now that's a good combo. I love that one. The Rage and Repel. Homie is just not ever going to get hit by anything. It's great. And then you add that against that heavy melee, you know.
That's, very good.
Very good. I'm loving it so far. But Alliance, you know, they know what they're doing. They're a smart team, Sheever. What are we not seeing something? What's going on? Do you
They
see
have
something?
a plan. I just don't know what it is.
Good idea. Yeah.
I think Alliance's plan was to pick the Lifestealer. They picked it with this similar draft the last time, and they went offensive with it, right?
Yeah.
So the pick from Liquid seems very strong. Like, very strong.
Yeah.
And they banned Slider.
Yeah, so for Alliance, they need a loader hero that can do what you said that needed to be done. A hero that can go in and out, in and out, in and out. It can basically...
I'm going with Weaver.
Weaver?
I mean, it's really not a bad
PA
choice.
is the one you mentioned as well?
Right. I mean, Omni Knight's big weakness is that his entire toolkit is made to be popped right when you have to commit to the fight.
Yeah.
If you have somebody that can say, okay, team, we're out of here. We're going to wait till all this is done, and then we're going to go back in. Yeah. That's where he falls apart. So somebody like a Weaver would be great. Even like, would a Death Prophet be good here?
But how tanky does this guy needs to be? Because isn't it also that Alliance don't really have a frontliner? Like, everybody dies to OD, basically.
Well, the thing, right, Lifestealer is not very good. If you can kite Lifestealer as well, like someone like Slark, someone like Weaver, the mobile heroes, like you were saying, are extremely strong in this draft. And we talked about it with the Ogre. They need the Diffusal Blade carrier as well for Omni, because they're going to be hammering on your racks very, very early, like 20 minutes into the game. They're going to have the repelled OD on the front line.
Yeah.
It's still going to be hard. They still need a jump hero from Team Liquid, though.
Wouldn't a Silence be great here, too, for Alliance? I mean, OD and Omni and Rubik, both very big spellcasters. I mean, some kind of nice Silence ability would be great.
And by the way, Batrider is still in the pool.
Yeah, I think Batrider is very good for Liquid.
Oh.
They can repel Batrider and just send them in to grab anyone they want.
Yeah, but I thought Nyx was good against Batrider.
He is, but if Lifestealers...
Oh, the repel, sorry.
Yeah.
A couple steps behind Shane.
And if they have the Lifestealer inside of him, it's very, very good as well.
Oh yeah, the Bat Bomb, as they call it.
The Bat Bomb.
The Batmobile.
The Batmobile, the mobile bat. That's pretty good.
It could work.
Patent pending, don't steal it.
I'm sure someone has said it before.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Thanks, Sheever.
You're welcome. Great.
I thought it was a good joke.
Thank you. Anyway, so we got the last pick on Team Liquid. Now, what are they missing here? They got range, they got melee, they got 2 supports.
They could send Omni offline as well if they wanted.
That'd be crazy. I'd want to see it.
No, I think it could work.
Could work.
But it's most likely a support.
Do they need an offlaner here or what?
Yeah. I'm still thinking Batrider is a very, very good pick.
Yeah. But can they play Batrider? Gee, anyone?
Yeah, they can.
Okay.
They got mind control.
Excellent. Oh, so is that just he plays anything? Is that what you said?
No, mind control plays Batrider as well. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but he's good.
Dare I say, Razor?
Why would Shane explain us that, please?
Shane, explain us that.
What are they gonna put offline? How are they gonna go aggressive tri-lane?
Yeah, they could. Yeah, they will go aggressive tri-lane actually. They'll give Razor solo safe lane.
What is mind control gonna play?
Razor, right?
Yeah.
I actually like this a lot. Razor has some problems where he needs to get that static link but survive. He needs a little bit of time to get together, and then he also needs some options on escape and stuff, and the Omni provides a lot of that. You can repel him in while he's doing his static link. People can't stun him. He can chase it up. Then by that time, he's a hitting machine. He can do some good stuff.
He also doesn't really need that much time, right? He only needs like 1 or 2 kind of small items, like a drums, Aquila, treads, and that's the time they're going to go high ground at, right?
Exactly.
They want to just group up as 5 and go.
I mean, yeah, they have the ability to really put in a massive amount of pressure with the OD combo, and then Lifestealer is off to do whatever he wants, and then come in as this giant fed monstrosity. I think it's pretty good.
So which core is left that can deal with this for Loda?
Ooh.
Any of his regular ones?
You know
like
who's great against Razor?
PA Gyro?
Is a nice Ursa bear
It's
with
banned.
a diffuser.
Still
Ursa's banned.
zero lockdown.
That last ban.
Weaver, you called it.
You got it.
2 picks ago. I think that's a really great pick here.
Yeah, I was just about to say it. Like, they still have no disable, right? What do they have? They have Imprison and Lift.
Yep.
The problem is, though, if they can stop the high ground push, they need to be able to stop Liquid's barrage of their racks. Like, because they're just going to go hard. Like what we saw in the second game from our series yesterday. Can they do what NP did and stop them?
That's the question. Who is going to win it? Who's going to take it? You got to say it.
Okay, let's go. I hate Omni Knight. Let's go.
You going with the Omni team or against?
Nope.
Oh, you're going to go Alliance.
Alliance. Let's do it.
Alliance it is. Like Alliance's draft, I think that the Weaver's going to have a hell of a game, and they'll be able to bide their time. And I'm always against a Rubik, so I'll be on Alliance as well.
I'll be on Alliance as well, as Liquid has been not doing too hot, and I think that Alliance is on a streak. They can do this. Well, they did just lose the game, but I think they can do this still. Let's hear if our commentators agree or if they completely disagree. It is OD Pixel and Gods. Over to them.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ASSRG Dream League casting panel. I'm Eddie Pixel, I'm here with Gods, and we're ready to take you through the second series today. Let's get ourselves into the action as begun. It is Alliance going up against Team Liquid, and Gods, something a little bit different yet again. Liquid pulling out the Mind Control Razor this game.
Yeah, this is an odd one, suggesting, I think this is something you can only really do if you're thinking Razor's getting a 1v1 matchup, like send him safe lane and aggro tri-lane, or somehow get a 1v1 matchup, because Razor just soloing the off lane against like a Disruptor Weaver seems like a lane that's not going to work too well for him, so curious to see what the plans for Liquid, but now it looks like they are going to be sending him to the actual off lane, which it's going to be rough up there. He's got no real reliable escape. He is a kind of tanky-ish hero, has a lot of regen. The Unstable Current can kind of stop some of those single-target nukes from being as effective, but it's still very difficult to play this year in the off lane.
At the moment, Loda showed himself mid. I see Kroki had his way over.
They're trying to get both runes, I guess, by showing him mid, and then...
Surely, yeah, there's no way Loda goes mid on the Weaver.
Well,
I mean, you'll watch me say that, and then you'll see. See Limp do something funky, but surely Limp is going to stick mid on the SF unless they do go for some kind of lane swap. Yeah, Limp's going to grab the Banshee. As Loda heads his way up towards the top lane, looks like to be the Razor Omni lane at the moment, heading up towards that moment at the moment, and we might see Kuroki join them as well, so look to lead the Lifestealer on his own in the 1v1 versus the Nyx Assassin, which I guess works out. That's alright for the Nyx.
Yeah, I talked about how you want to do the Razor in the 1v1, but yeah, it works alright for the Lifesteal as long as Razor has help. He cannot solo the off lane, which is where we do see the Omni up here. But the Ogre for now going to be camping that mid lane, which means Kuro probably can't go up top as well. He needs to kind of try and at least counter the Ogre's pressure to some extent around this mid lane.
Yeah, we saw in the last game, wasn't it, Limp's OD being bullied by an Ogre, and Alliance looking to make some of that work for themselves with the EGM Ogre pick, and looking to put some pressure onto Miracle's OD this game, which, yeah, we'll see what kind of performance Miracle has. Obviously, him on OD, maybe a little bit more reliable than Limp on OD, so we'll see if Liquid can indeed pull that kind of flow out. These side lanes are really what's going to be interesting to see. At the moment, down bottom, Matuma Man 3 for 0. 2 for 0, you have found early days. But I guess we can expect to see this, you know. Matuma Man, if he plays the lane correctly, he can really zone that Nyx out.
Yep, and that's where he's one of those players who recognizes that zoning should come almost as a priority over last hitting. By zoning well, you're going to farm maybe you miss out on a couple CS, but it's worth missing some CS here and there to zone the Nyx out of this lane, because Nyx not getting farm means he's not going to be as effective once he hits level 6. If you can prevent Nyx from having like arcane boots at level 6, it's a lot harder for the Nyx to leave this lane. So far, Matu doing a great job of just controlling things down bottom, zoning, harassing where possible, and then getting what farm he needs.
And then, of course, up on the top lane, I mean, in terms of harassment, mind control against Loda, Loda should be fine, shouldn't he? I mean, they've not got any lockdown with the Omni Razor control. It's a bit lacking, but First Blood could be around the corner as Hansken and EGM chasing now KuroKy, but hey-ho, just joking. Bulba's there with a Repel and the Purification, and now the potential turnaround. KuroKy salving up, looking for the lead down. EGM's going to look to block the way. They still get the grab onto Hansken, bring him back, and they got the damage to bring him down. They should have, as Mind Control chases him, but he's going to look for the Ancient Deny. Take me, Black Dragons, and they will. The Deny is there. Nice little sweet play from Hansken to avoid that all. And at the end of the day, Liquid getting pulled away from that top lane. More space given to Loda on the Weaver.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately, they couldn't block Kuro from walking up that skinny little ramp there. I think Disruptor was just slightly mispositioned because you, I believe, can block that pathway with just the one hero. But either way, nice little save from Bulba as he rotates in, and Alliance themselves make a good play, making sure they get the deny off to the Ancients.
And the mid lane. Of course, a bit more space given to both as well, with Ogre wandering around, and indeed it is up top where Mind Control moving it again, stealing a lot of damage, and that should get the kill on EGM. One more touch, there we have it. He just loses his own life, and now he gives away a double kill indeed for Loda. So you get First Blood, but at the cost of giving Loda a double kill.
It's really not worth the First Blood at all. Loda getting a double, it's not even just because it's a 2-for-1, it's because Loda gets 2 solo kills, so he's suddenly level 5 in this lane.
Oh, baby.
He has a ton of gold. He's going to have a big edge just by, the nature of getting that double kill there. We'll get zoned out a bit by the static link, but that's just going to be like, okay, I'm static linked, I can clarity up now, get back some of that mana that I need.
Of course, down bottom though, Matuma Man continues to have the time of his life, 24 for 5. He may not be getting double kills, but he's getting pretty much perfect CS, a solo lane in terms of XP as well. So even though he hasn't had the kills, he's effectively in the same place in terms of levels as Loda. And as we can see, Jonas and Fan getting not a lot of farm, but obviously as Nyx is house, he is just looking for the levels, but still with the denies, Matuma Man managing to keep him zoned out. And yeah, this lane is looking very good for the lifesteal. I guess the question is really, are Alliance going to look to do anything about Matuma Man, or is their plan to just ignore the lifesteal at the moment, because they're not looking to send anyone down here?
I think ignore him at the moment. You kind of look at his teammates and see, okay, there's no like Slaughter who's going to be able to enable the lifesteal to really function at a higher level. The lifesteal is just going to be a lifesteal on his own, and that's where Weaver is a good matchup against lifesteal. SF is a very good matchup against the lifestealer. You've got 2 carries who do just fine against this hero, so him free farming is not really a concern on Alliance's radar just yet. They can gank him later on using the Nyx with the Vendetta Impale initiation, so I think all in all they're happy as long as their other lanes are going well, but their other lanes aren't going amazingly well. The Weaver's not free farming, the mid lane's a bit of a wash with Limp doing well enough. He's getting decent farm, but ideally Alliance would look to win these other 2 lanes a little bit harder.
Up top, making a little bit of a go again. Alliance moving forward. Loda has been static linked though. He's still sticking around, so Mind Control's going to steal a fair bit. Bulba and Mind Control trying to get themselves back, but he's going to be glimpsed back into the midst of it. Oh, Limp with the pause. I mean, this is a bit of a find out next time on Dota 2 what actually is going to happen on this top lane, because someone is going to die. And the question is who? I mean, predictions, gods, how's this going to play out? Who's going to die? How many?
Hansken dies, Bulba dies. Mind Control should be okay.
He's got 81 charges. Yeah, and a Verified. Mind Control should be able to pull this off.
I mean, EGM's already used both his spells, so they're focusing Omni Knight first. Meanwhile, Mind Control's going to right-click Hansken, so Hansken should die. And then I think that's
so Hansken to die.
Loda can Shikuchi. Loda might try go for Mind Control. We'll see. Yeah,
well,
definitely Bulba, Mind Control.
That's one out. Now let's towards Mind Control. He's stolen a fair bit of damage.
That's gonna wear. Okay, it's still got one more Shikuchi.
Yeah, that should do it.
All right.
Double kill for Loda. Can he make it a triple? That is the question. KuroKy trying to play around the tree line. EGM with the juke, so he's not going to be able to juke himself away. Can he get the damage in? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. So KuroKy will get out, but again, you know, they find a kill Liquid, but they're giving away another double kill to Loda.
He's big, scary. Picks up his Perseverance already, so now he's got HP mana regen for this lane. Still that farming lifestealer, but boy is Weaver in a scary place at this top lane.
And it really is, as you said, just the fact that Liquid's draft, where's the lockdown? Telekinesis, that's all you've got ready to control and kill this Weaver.
Yeah, it was a great last pick for the Alliance side. And SF's been ignored, so he's had a decent lane. He's kind of just trading farm with OD, but SF not being ganked, not being pressured is a happy SF. So he doesn't mind that OD is getting what he needs because they've kind of drafted against the OD. SF's a decent matchup against OD. Nyx is a kind of a straight up counter pick to the OD as well. And I think they'll have a decent time dealing with OD, even if he is getting all right farm.
I mean, Liquid as well at this stage seem very set on keeping this tri-lane up here. Do you feel that they could achieve anything else if they did, say, look for a gank onto mid or onto limb? I mean, because at the moment, mid is going from bad to worse with this rotation from the Nyx Assassin setting up a kill for limb.
It's hard because Omni's not a roaming hero. He just wants levels. Razor's not a hero that really wants to be left alone. It's just Kuro who can roam. So you'd be looking at a Rubik plus OD, and these two heroes, OD doesn't have like the best kill potential in his lane. It's not like he's a Lina who's hit level 6, has a bunch of spells to use, and is looking for kills. You typically don't even level up the Sanity's Eclipse at level 6. So we're not really seeing opportunities to find kills with the Rubik. Perhaps bottom lane is where you look with Matu. He's very farmed with the phase boots, the Blightstone, probably working close towards that armlet. And with the armlet, maybe that's where we'll see kind of Kuro team up with him to find pickoffs. But this is where like you don't care Lifesteal's free farming. Nyx got his levels at bottom lane. It wasn't a lost lane in the sense that the Lifestealer completely destroyed Nyx, stopped him getting levels, stopped him being able to function as a hero. The Nyx is actually scarier at this stage of the game than the Lifestealer is because of ganks like that onto Miracle at mid.
And really load it, as you said, you know, the quick time and the perseverance, which is almost going to certainly set up for that quick Lincoln sphere. I mean, he's going to be pretty hard to kill this game. If he plays it right, Loader is going to be one slippery little bug.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Liquid, it's going to be interesting to see how they are able to deal with him once he starts to get aggressive towards the mid game. But at the moment, Miracle trying to do his best to catch up in the mid lane, but as we can see, you know, Limp backing into the jungle, making as much as he can happen with the farm. He's got a clear 1k ahead of the OD now at this stage. As Limp's SF certainly stepping up to be something quite spectacular. It was yesterday or the other day we have seen Limp play SF and have a great game.
Yes, it was the Tuesday when Alliance had their doubleheader.
Right, yeah.
He played one game on SF and did really well.
Yeah.
That was when Alliance went undefeated. So, yeah, top of the net worth, and that's just with the one gank coming his way. So, I mean, you look at Lifestealer, who's had an uncontested free farm lane, and this is why giving any safe lane carry free farm lane isn't that scary, because you can only farm so fast in that safe lane before you get items up. It's not like you've got like a built-in cleave or something which allows you to farm. Heroes like Sven, free farming away, a bit scary because he's stacking Ancients with the Helmet of Dominator, and then he can also power farm the jungle using cleave. But a Lifestealer is single target farming. He doesn't flash farm. Giving him free farm is manageable. I say that, watch him just go like beyond God like this game, but for now, like they're still out farming him with both SF and Weaver, just by ignoring his lane.
I'd like this as well. You know, Jonas and Fan TP'd up to the top lane and then immediately just does not go for any kind of action up top. Wraps around to mid with the Vendetta. Ooh, good telekinesis. Making sure Limp doesn't get off that final race, so Miracle will survive. They'll maybe look to try and head back up to the high ground, but they won't be able to bite onto Alliance. But yeah, nice.
Matu TP'd in though, so...
Maybe he'll be able to turn this into a push. They want to try and find something from these TPs.
Yeah, just going to look to loop around. Jonas sees it coming though.
They've got a DD on the OD, so... We can make
it's tricky.
Work, but
Alliance are ready to answer. They can bring 4 heroes mid and then TP in the Weaver as the 5th if they want to. So it's not going to be easy. And I think Matu's best bet is to go back bottom to keep on farming and also pressure the tower. I think he'd realized his lane had been completely ditched, so he was just starting to take that bottom tier 1 tower when that fight broke up mid. If not for that fight, he may have actually gotten the bottom tier 1 tower. Taking this objective early on, to me, is a big step for him as far as not just being a safe lane farmer, but actually pressuring the lane as well on top of that. Unfortunately for him, he side-pulled, which was actually an accident. That was just him swooping through the lane, but without that creep wave, he won't push quite as fast as he'd like.
I mean, what is the plan for Liquid? How do you look to deal with this obviously, this kind of the way that Alliance, in a sense...
Fight around the Omni Knight, use the Repel and the Purification. Have Razor just tank up as much as possible, but Hanskin's looking for that pick off, but the Repel does help deal with that glimpse.
Yeah, Jonas and Fan eyeing up the top lane. Hard to make a move up there with the sentries down from Liquid. And again, just turns back towards potentially the mid lane.
Yeah,
See if he can get something done against Miracle.
Does have mana for the Impale.
Ooh, and he is going to need to do it straight up, yeah. Not going to get a chance to his Miracle. Holds him back with the Astral.
Can carapace that, but he's not going to go for it. And he knew Miracle was already backing off. Wasn't going to be able to chase it down, so... Good defensive play, reveals the sentry there, but realistically, you have to do what you have to do. And
yeah,
now they put Weave at bottom. I like this move. I think Alliance recognizing what Lifestealer wants to do, which is push this tier 1 tower. They rotate Loda. He's a hero that's pretty much unkillable at this stage of the game and a lot of stages of the game if he plays things right. So Matu's like, okay, I can't really push the tower. Now let's just take this ball.
Here we go. Loda looking to lead in onto Matuma-Man. Matuma-Man turns with the arm that gets a few punches back. Limp looking to clear some of the stack, and now the side of Alliance turning towards Matuma-Man. They've got the glimpse back, but a nice infest to dodge the glimpse. Matuma-Man plays his way out of that one, but Alliance may be looking to move him for more. Unison fan kind of teasing with the idea of diving the tower, but it's not going to happen. And yeah, just a neat little play there from Matuma-Man, keeping himself alive.
It's the 9k MMR plays coming in handy. If he goes down there, that very likely is an Alliance tier 1 tower as well. That would have been a big swing. Already Alliance have a slight early game edge, and a kill on the enemy carry plus a tier 1 tower at bottom, which opens up access into the Radiant jungle, would have been disastrous for Liquid.
Up top, Liquid maybe seeing if they can make a bit of a go here. Matuma-Man leading the way. He's got level 2 in open wounds. A decent cast range, but not good enough as Alliance back themselves off. Keep themselves away. Down bottom, KuroKy going for the TP out. He will make it. Sweetly done there, but this is going to give space for Loda, of course, to put some pressure onto this bottom tower, especially with the fact that they know that Liquid did make an attempt to go up top. And Miracle this game, 12.5 minutes in, he is going to settle for the Midas build. And talking about Miracle, he's about to get blown the hell up. Limp actually messes the timing though. It doesn't look like it will matter. A little bit of a whiff there from Limp, but they get the kill, so it's all golden.
Boba wasn't in position to really rotate or TP. Perhaps thought he's dead anyways. If he TPs in, if he gets a glimpse back, he has to then repel himself, and he's not going to save the OD without using repel there, so he can't actually TP in the disruptor. Can
they wrap around in time? Unison fan coming through the tree line with the Vendetta. KuroKy looking to be in trouble as well. A second to fall from Liquid in the mid lane. And after that, a tier 1 as well. They'll pop the fortification, but unlikely they'll be able to do anything about this 5-man push from Alliance. Taking the tier 1 and 13 minutes in, it's looking very good for the Swedes.
Yeah, Matu taking trades though. He's continuing to farm, continuing to find towers. The big worry is that he's still a lifestealer playing against Weaver SF without like a vehicle. No Batrider, no Slider, no way to get a catch to help him lock down a hero. His team actually severely lacks any lockdown. Like picking
they just don't have it.
Picking lifesteal without stuns to me is just like big question mark. You know, that is just a hero that needs stuns on your team to really function. Even if you're playing without like a infest ally, like you can still make the hero work if you've got stuns and lockdown and disables, but it's just the telekinesis which is really a bit lackluster, I think, as far as enabling Matu to go off in any kind of a fight. That's why this last pick Weaver is fantastic. The SF should have a great time this game.
You know what it could be down to? It could be down to KuroKy stealing the Static Storm. Or the Impale. You know, stealing something that's going to allow them a bit of extra control against Loda. That could be the big kind of tipping point, if KuroKy can make the plays.
Rubik's definitely a bit of an X factor this game as far as what he can do and what he can steal. Impale's fantastic. Shikuchi always really good as well, because you can Shikuchi in to set up the telekinesis to get a surprise catch. And that is a vehicle for Lifestealer there. You look at infesting into a Rubik with Shikuchi in, your telekinesis, Lifestealer finishes them off, and then Rubik with a Shikuchi has such a short cooldown, can then escape as well using that Shikuchi.
And he's got the mana pool to abuse it. You know, he's all over the place.
Yep, he's found it. That's what he's been looking for. Just hit level 6, comes top just to find the Weaver and take that spell, and wouldn't be surprised to see him make a call to maybe try and use that with the Lifestealer.
EGM. Potentially AFK there in the mid lane. He'll clap his hands and TP out, and not going to make it. Sounds he's a glitch from Miracle. That man is not messing around. Screw you, Ogre. We'll drop the 160-second cooldown to make you pay for that, EGM.
Most ODs would try to get the banish off there, but it was level 1. He wouldn't have gotten range in time. And
maybe they could find more Liquid. They've got the telekinesis onto him. Good Static Storm holds back a couple of them, but they're still going to chase KuroKy. Shikuchiing forwards. The Fate Bar onto both of them, but not quite enough damage. Hanskin again drops the field, but he's being surrounded. Mind control Matuma-Man there. They'll pick up the kill onto the Disruptor. And Liquid to give themselves a tasty second and allow themselves to find the space to finish off the tier 1 mid. So as we're seeing, I think a lot of this on Kuroki to pull off those kind of plays to set up for these kills, and it could just catch Alliance off guard just enough to allow Miracle and Matumba Man to get to the place where it doesn't matter if you're lacking lockdown, a few punches and you're going to be able to take some of these Alliance heroes out of the game.
Yeah, Alliance just got a bit overrun there at the mid lane. They didn't have numbers, they weren't ready to fight. Loda's at that kind of awkward stage before he's finished. Like, he's good in the laning stage just because he's a Weaver and Shikuchi hurts as well as the level 1 Swarm, but now you're kind of past the laning stage where you need an item to fight, and Loda just didn't quite have that. Brown Boots with Perseverance is like one of the probably worst fighting items you can imagine.
He's got the D-Lance.
Yeah, he does have the Lance, but ideally you want to have the Lincolns to go with this. Yeah. And he is getting very close to it, so he's probably telling his team, like, look, my hero's not as strong anymore. Let's wait till I have a Lincolns, and then let's try and fight. Let's take trades. So they see Liquid come bottom with 4. They're going to start pushing the mid lane and actually look for a tier 2 of all things here. Something Liquid may not let go down without a fight.
On mid lane, yeah, the Alliance, as you said, putting on the pressure. Liquid will TP back to the tier 3.
Yeah, they see him with the scan, they back off, and they also have a Ancient Black Dragon running in. That's the Lifestealer.
Yeah, safe way to farm, safe way to clear the wave there as they push forward.
Good here, or you can just run in by yourself, scout out anything you want. You can move anywhere on the map you'd like with this infested Ancient, so just allows Liquid to play super aggressive because they found that this is a good timing for them to start taking towers, taking fights, knowing that SF, he's got the Hurricane Pike, but doesn't have like a BKB or something to really fight with against the OD. The Weaver doesn't have the Lincoln Sphere. Alliance is just kind of lacking a few key items to actually take engagements, and Liquid, for their part, have taken advantage of that, taking multiple towers in a row. Even the mech up on Mind Control gives them a very strong 5-man here.
And they're going to use that to their advantage, pushing on to the tier 2 mid in return. Bottom lane Alliance trying to go down, and well, Hanscan, he certainly is, as Matumba Man breaks out of the Black Dragon. They'll take the kill. Loda did manage to finish off the tower there with a push of the creeps, but losing the Disruptor, and Liquid mid lane getting the fortification out from Alliance. So CGM leading forward. They need a few more members to come in, and Jonas found will come through with a wraparound from the back, but the mech is popped. Jonas getting lifted up here by Kuroki, and one more touch and he's going to go down. Bam! He's out of this. So they've killed off the Nyx Assassin, and Liquid, they are making it work here, pulling together as a team and outplaying Alliance at the moment in the mid lane.
Yeah, they knew there was no lifesteal there, so they got aggressive, tried to take a fight, but running into the Sentry Ward, working against them, of course, and there was just Alliance not really in position as a team to try and take that fight. And Liquid going to still just maintain this 4-man group up. They've got such good sustain with the heals from the mech as well as the Omni Knight Purification, and then constant mana regen. Essence Aura means the Omni Knight is never going to have mana issues. The Razor can keep spamming out waves with Plasma Field. They're having no issues at all, just grouping up as 5, taking towers, never running out of HP or mana, and Alliance at some point you're going to have the necessary items to actually just engage in and take those fights.
So I guess Loda now just looking to finish off the Desolator, so he has got a bit of damage on him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he needs the Diffusal because SF is going for a very early Diffusal pickup. So Live with the Diffusal means Loda more likely to be the Desolator buyer, unless they opt for 2 Diffusals, which isn't terrible. I mean, lots of Agi from that item. Loda does get some damage off of it. Means you can kind of focus different targets. There's the GA as well as the Repel you want to be purging off, so... But more likely than not, it will be the Desolator to try and shred apart the Lifestealer.
Talking about Desos and Lifestealer, Matumba Man's finished his, and he's looking to come and give Jonas and Fan a few punches here.
He may go on the Sentry Ward. No, he's not going to chase to it.
Alliance, at the moment, a bit scared of the old Stone Man as they head away, and indeed, as you mentioned, Diffusion is now complete on Limp. So we'll see how they're able to fight with this one.
It's a good change-up, not going just for any kind of standard. I'm recognizing that this is a gap in their lineup and they don't have a good answer to the Repel on the OD specifically. Miracle's becoming a big problem with his Midas, Lance, Drums. They're going to try use the strength of their 5-man to Roshan, it seems, but something Alliance could theoretically try and contest if they know what's going on.
Yeah, we'll be interested to see if they do so as well. They're actually at the moment kind of more focused by Matumba Man. He's going to be waltzing around. He's going to get caught out by the Eclipse. No, just kidding. He's got the rage. Turns around and just eats up.
He was almost hoping for that to happen.
Yeah, this is perfect for Liquid. They get themselves a kill as Alliance are kind of just teased by the Lifestealer's presence in the mid lane. And it looks like they'll be able to clean up Roshan as well. They're back in the base. They're a man down. unlikely to come over at any time soon, and Matuma just creating space for the team so they can get this objective done. Here comes the dinosaurs in the mid lane, and Matuma, he just takes himself another kill. Yeah. Matuma just eating up Alliance as they kind of hand themselves over on a plate. Roshan will go down to the side of Liquid, and Miracle's got an Aegis on his hands now.
Yeah, and Matu making plays happen, just using the Ancients very well. Something that you don't see most lifestealer players do in these games where you're versing carries that are hard to get into. Being an Ancient creep allows you just to run around, scout, and find the supports, because the supports are the ones that don't have good escapes that you can kill. Heroes like Ogre, the Nyx Assassin under a Sentry Ward. So the Ancient creeps allow him just to run around. When he finds a hero he can kill, he pops out, gets the kill, and then there's no real risk of him dying. So really good plays coming out from Matu this game. Definitely the MVP for me so far.
Absolutely, yeah. Was given the free lane and has been utilizing that power very, very sweetly at this stage of the game. 9-7, Liquid looking to have a bit of a stronger hold onto this game, where it's still going to be down to how they deal with Loda. Loda, by no means, though, is sailing ahead in terms of farm. You know, there's still quite a difference between him and the top two, Limp and Matuma. And of course, well, talking about Limp, the big boy at the moment on the side of Alliance, he's been found out and being chased down. And I don't know if this man can get his way out of this one. He needs backup, and he needs it quick. There's no tier 1 for Alliance to TP to. He's going to look to go for the Requiem from the tree line, but the damage starting to be stolen. Sanity's dropped down. One more touch, maybe two more. Actually, will get the kill. No, he won't. Bulba takes the kill. He says, I'm taking that one.
Meanwhile, Matu's at it again. He's found one kill, looking for a second. Kura getting credited the last hit, but there's another snipe onto this Nyx. Nyx has had a bit of a rough game. A couple deaths recently. Hasn't seen any item progression since getting what was quite a late Midas. And Matu's on the high ground. With a Deso Hyperstone, he pushes fast.
Alliance just really starting to fall apart at this stage of the game. And Liquid just abusing this perfectly. A tier 3 down, 22 minutes in. Matuma continuing to go from money to money. And of course, with kills like down to Limp.
Yeah.
A second ago, they're on the same farm. Now, but Matuma 2k ahead.
Good news is Loda has a DD, but even with a DD, this fight's very difficult to take.
Yeah, Loda just, he had a great start, but his farm really slowed down. He's yet to get that big damage item that he needs to fight into Liquid's lineup. He's going to try and look for Kuroki, but Loda's down.
He carapaced the Shukuchi.
Alliance, just with a sequence of mistakes that Liquid are perfect at punishing. Rax going down in the mid lane.
There's a reason Kuro picks Rubik for himself, and it's plays like that. Well,
oh boy,
that's a straightforward Rax.
Wait, did you just see that stat? That was a horrific stat.
What was it?
I think it was Loda's 1-11. He's got an 8% win rate on the last 12 games of Weaver.
Bloody hell.
That is not. Whoa.
No. It's one of those things where sometimes you can just feel like you do really well whenever you play a hero, but like Loda's done really well this game, but he's yet to really find ways to influence the mid game. He's very, like, he was amazing in the laning stage on this hero, had a very high impact there, but come mid game, the hero's fallen flat, and this is playing against a lineup with no disables, but this is how you play with when you've got no disables. You 5-man push, you make your team. It doesn't matter if you have no disables, if you're taking towers and your opponents can't engage into you, because a Weaver needs a lot of items to be able to take advantage of not having any disables.
He goes where he wants.
Yeah.
He really doesn't care.
AC. He's got the money for it.
And the Loda's right-clicking him, but it doesn't look like it. He's losing no health. I mean, that's the thing. You can't control this Weaver, but it doesn't matter because Loda's doing negative damage. Look at that. Matuma doesn't give a damn. He really doesn't. The Yoniston fan's going to look to try and lead him with a stun. Buyback will be there from Hansken, but defensive Astral to buy time from Matuma to get himself ready for the fight, and he just rages. Goes for the TP out. Can they kill him in time? Yes, they can. That's a nice kill for Loda. No moving for more. This could be the Liquid throw. Maybe not, though, as the GA comes out. Still sticking around for this one. Loda moving forward, trying to look for mind control. And in fact, mind control turning around with the damage. They'll take Loda down. That's the Weaver out. Now turning their attention towards Jonas and Fan. There'll be no throws today here from Liquid. Sanity's come through. The 9k. Too much damage for Alliance. Ultra kill for Liquid. And Miracle, let's give him a rampage. Give him a rampage, boys and girls. Oh, Kuro! How could you? He takes it away from him. The buybacks come out, but Liquid at this stage dismantling Alliance.
Well, Fly would have given him that rampage.
Yeah, Fly would have given him that.
No, that's dominant stuff from Liquid. It looked a little rough when Matu died at the start. I think Bulba was a little hesitant to use the GA. He could have GA'd him while he was rage TPing and probably saved his life.
This is looking pretty much over, guys.
Yeah, I'd say it's not even about
Liquid
the life stealer.
Back.
Liquid just destroying them with the Omni OD. Prepare for your pub game. This combo is not going anywhere.
And it's just not, as we said, you know, it looked like on draft there's going to be issues with controlling Loader, but Liquid, they've just ignored that, and they play perfectly. And Loader having to time himself back. Kuroki will get himself away. They do lose the courier. Did have a fair bit of a dollar on, but they're taking the racks.
Yep.
There'll be a glimpse on Sebulba. He's going to be defensively Astral, and Alliance. What can they do here? Well, Miracle can start killing people straight up. Handskins out. SF back to the base. Jonas and Fan. They'll try and go for a bit of a control onto Miracle, but they're losing heroes yet again. Loader buys back. Miracle.
Time to call it even.
I mean, can Liquid throw this one? I will be incredibly impressed if they can. Maybe this is the start. Okay, Miracle's down. Bulba's down. Matuma Man says, hey, we're not throwing today's boys. Move
As he runs towards the fountain.
Take me. Loader. What can he get it? Oh, that was a lovely stun. Kuroki going to be taken down, but Loader's gone. That's a dieback on Weaver. Kuroki buys back. Limp going for the Requiem, but the rage is up from Matuma Man. Jonas and Fan trying to hide in the tree line. Can he play his way out of this? No, he can't. Yes, he can. Nice stun to hold back mind control glimpse. Onto Matuma Man. He is there in the static storm. Matuma Man. Can he armlet toggle his way out of this? Yeah, easy. Easy armlet toggles. Can he mind control? Hey, turn around, Nix Assassin, go for it. Oh, buy him! No, they got it. Okay. What the hell is going on here? Mind control. He's going to offer himself up as the next kill. There we have it. That's another one.
Okay.
Okay.
Something.
That's a gem as well.
It's something indeed, but it's still not feeling like enough. All of Liquid's cores have farm. They can 5-man again. It's not like the Naga Siren game where it's like, all right, they've held on at least to their last lane of racks. They can still do it with the Naga Siren if they buy enough time. Now, Liquid's lineup is ready to probably just 5-man once more. Bit sloppy and overly aggressive towards the end there, but we wouldn't be surprised to see them just kind of systematically try and 5-man around the next Aegis to end the game.
All right. So, yeah, two racks down on Alliance, of course. Not the best of positions to be in. As we can see there, bam, just like that, Liquid getting a 20k lead. There's a little bit of a fall off there, thanks to those kills at the end where Alliance managed to get about a 4k swing back into their hands. But, of course, they're going to need quite a bit more of that, as Liquid still very much in control of this game. And Loader, we saw then, you know, coming back in, dying back, picked up a Blade of Alacrity, just trying to get what he could in his hands. Because, yeah, Alliance, they've got to pull it together perfectly. You know, they've got to outplay Liquid straight up in these team fights, but it's going to be hard when, as a team, they're a clear 10k behind in terms of item pickups. And as you said, Liquid's cores at this stage, very, very scary in these fights, especially when they pull together as they have been for the last 10 minutes and fight as a 5-man.
Kuro's got an Ag Scepter.
Oh, boy.
For him, they're going to have BKB on Razor, since poor Razor never gets to repel or anything this game. It's always on the Lifestealer or the OD. Liquid's looking to strike.
Alliance maybe realizing this could be their last fight.
Lead with the neutral. Not wanting to have someone like Nyx scan him out. Wasn't Ag Scepter? Is that an Ag? No, it's an Aetherlens. Let's say also very long range impale, but no, it's on Ag Scepter. Would have maybe been a small sign of life for them if they did have that, but not the case.
I think we're going to play it safe by the looks of it. Roshan is up, so they can look to pick that up before they go for the kind of the GG push.
It's a very fast respawn. Alliance, if they had any plans to contest Roshan, they were probably banking on it not being one of the shorter possible respawn times. They're going to get here fast, and it doesn't look like they're even heading in that direction. So with this, they'll have an Aegis. They'll be able to finish off Mind Control's BKB if they want.
Yeah, they are pinging the area now, but
unfortunately, looking like it's too late.
Yeah, they've indicated to sweep the jungle, and they aren't going to find anything there. Indeed, because Liquid, they will get themselves the Roche, get themselves the Aegis, and a quick scan from Liquid as well, just to check around that mid lane, so they know that there are some members in the nearby neighborhood. But there we have it. Miracle now with the Aegis.
Lifestealer. Down Limp.
Yeah, she's trying to start to kick off the fight here onto Limp. He'll purge off the open wounds. Turn himself back around to Matuma Man. Matuma Man is going to get glimpsed back into the Static Storm, and of course, around the range, Matuma Man could be in trouble. Bulba comes in from the sidelines, though. With the repel, the purification, he's fine. GA comes out. Jonas and Fan forcing himself away. Miracle focusing onto EGM. EGM will be the first to fall here. They are going to lose Jonas and Fan as well. 2 dead on Alliance. Neither heroes with buyback available, so Liquid pretty much free to do as they please.
Well, they can't get the top racks. One thing that is prohibited with the tier 2 tower still up, but likely they just go for the tier 4s or more
Kuroki
kills.
with the Stolen Vendetta setting up onto Hanskin. He has got the Ghost Scepter, heads back, but bam! Bulba with the Purification blows up the Disruptor. And Liquid just going for kills at the moment. Playing around the base. Miracle? Oh, jeez. The Kuroki!
Yeah, they're trying to go shopping in the enemy base. Perhaps they'll advise.
I mean, this is getting a little bit cloudy. I mean, it surely is going to be Liquid's in the bag. But Miracle, okay, he's lost the Aegis. You are going to have Alliance back
Matu's
up.
like, enough's enough. Let's get this. There's no glyph.
Right, BKB out from mind control, turns towards Limp. Limp gonna go for the Requiem. He will get it out, but the Sanities gets dropped by Miracle. He moves forward onto EGM. EGM back at the fountain, will stay alive for the time being. On the back of it, Loader just surviving. Matuma Man, he might even go down here. They're juking him out. Loader keeping himself away, turns around, but they've lost Loader. Loader's down. There's 2 down on Alliance. They are gonna lose Limp as well. EGM, he's going to fall, and Liquid will take the game. And wow, a bit of a weird one that, but
Yeah,
Liquid showing us that they can't, that the magic is still there, gods.
Yeah, it's kind of very similar to that game 2 yesterday against NP, where their early to mid game is so dominant, then they're a bit sloppy in finishing the game. It cost them against NP because they're versing the Naga. This time around, it was a big enough lead, and they had the draft the heroes where it didn't really matter too much if it got a bit kind of circusy towards the end. It was definitely a bit of fun, but they probably knew themselves it was in the bag. They